The armed group Boko Haram is suspected of carrying out Wednesday's attack on the Nigerian capital, Abuja. At least 21 people were killed in the bombing near a busy shopping centre. The blast happened as people were getting ready to watch Nigeria play at the World Cup on Wednesday. Well, it's not the first time the Nigerian capital has been attacked. In June 2011, the National Police headquarters were hit by a suicide bomber, and that left 8 people dead. And in August of that year, the United Nations building was targeted by Boko Haram fighters, and 26 people were killed. And on Christmas Day, more than 40 died in an attack on a Catholic church in the town of Madela on the outskirts of Abuja. In April this year, a bus station in Abuja was bombed, killing 88 people. And just last month, a blast at an evening market killed at least 19 people. Well, joining us now here in the studio is Al Jazeera's correspondent Ahmed Idris. He's based in Nigeria and has extensively covered the rise of Boko Haram. Ahmed, why are these places such easy targets? Where's the security?
Well, the security at the moment is overstretched, dealing with so many crises, trying to put out so many fires all over the country, and it looks like they don't have the numbers to deal with all these problems coming up. And the other thing is probably there isn't enough funds to man all this and enough funds to recruit more soldiers and policemen to deal with the current situation. I remember last month, the president himself ordered the military and the police to recruit more officers to try to deal with the situation. You remember, since the beginning of the insurgency, so many soldiers, so many police officers, including plainclothes detectives, have been killed by Boko Haram, targeted and killed either at in their homes or at their places of work. So basically, the Nigerian security agencies are trying to deal with so many troubles all over the country, from Boko Haram to religious and ethnic violence all over Africa, all over the West African nation. And it looks like they don't have the numbers to deal with these problems very well.
And in the meantime, we're seeing Boko Haram launch more attacks, more mass abductions, kidnappings in the north. I mean, very few places in Borno state seem safe. What does the government need to do to counter this, or is it already too late?
It's not very late. The government needs to put in more resources into the fight with Boko Haram, deploy the security services, fund their operations very well, and of course enlist the support of locals. For a very long time, the Nigerian security services thought they could do it alone, and there were even conflicts between the security services and the locals, especially in Borno State, where some security agencies have been accused, even by Human Rights Watch and human rights activists, that they are using so much force unnecessarily, and they're targeting deliberately civilians, innocent civilians, in their response to Boko Haram attacks. And that has alienated the people, or rather drove a wedge between the security forces and the local population. So basically, the security services need to cultivate the friendship of the locals to try to deal with this situation. Over the past 1 year or so, they've tried to do that by enlisting the support of vigilantes, local vigilantes called the civilian JTF, and it has worked to a large extent in many areas. Now that the security forces are really struggling with their numbers to deal with the current situation, I think the vigilantes can be another way out. They can help.
Okay, well, some light at the end of the tunnel, perhaps. Ahmed Idris, thanks very much for joining us here on set.